Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
All right, welcome to the KVJ ATS Podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show Podcast.
Yeah, here we go, baby. Kicking off was going to be a fun little Friday. Das Craft Beer and Pizza a little bit later on. Just after 5 p.m. Show up for that today. People getting all fired up for the weekend. I tell people getting all squirrely. They ready to go? Somebody texts us, heading down to Key West. Said, yeah, ready. Diane, what up?
Let's do this shit, Diane.
Yeah, she's ready. She's ready to do it. Ready to get all crazy.
You guys ready to have some fun tonight? Or am I going to get some fucking, I'm not drinking any beer, I'm making changes. What's going on?
I am drinking beer and probably not making changes.
Okay. There's our girl, and she's back.
It's been a rough one.
I hear you, right? By the time you get to Friday, by Tuesday, you're like, oh, I'm not going to drink anymore. And then by Friday, after the stress, you're like, yeah, I'm definitely drinking.
Oh, by Thursday night, you're like, fuck, I don't have a problem. Like, party on.
Somebody used Virginia's excuse they text in of Pink Lies to bolt down to Key West. That's somebody other than Diane. So.
Oh, yeah. Pink Lies is great. Nobody wants you to come in if you have pink eye.
I feel like that is the one excuse you can use other than, you're in the hospital. That really does work.
Yeah.
Somebody else did a shout out on Tuesday. They're going to Kennedy Space Center to see Duran Duran. It's 50th anniversary of something, Spacey.
Okay.
And,
of the moon landing, I believe.
Yeah. And think about that. Somebody else texted and said, hey, can you give me tickets? They're $300. I'm like,
whoa.
Yeah, they haven't given us any promo tickets for that.
$300.
Yeah.
And we can't call NASA and be like, hey, someone wants tickets. Can you hook us up?
Don't you do their NASA commercials?
I do. I have not been hooked up Duran Duran tickets.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, and I'd buy them for you out of pocket. I just have a feeling the Queen would probably not be down with that. That'd be $600, I guess, for a pair then, right?
That's insane.
You know what I suggest? Maybe just putting on Duran Duran on YouTube and making a nice dinner.
I better be able to sit on Simon Le Bon's lap and pet his hair.
I'll tell you what's really cool, though. You guys would love it. Talking about that VR, that virtual reality stuff, Denny's has got me in the music part of it where you can watch people perform. Holy shit. It is like being front row. It's like being on the stage.
Well, they're saying that's the future, and that's the scary thing that's happening with VR and where it's going and quickly. The sports world's starting to freak out a little bit about it because already attendance for college football, that's the thing I'm mainly plugged into, is down. At pretty much every school except for a few of the major elite programs. And they're saying the viewing experience at home is much better, and they're worried for the day when VR hits and everyone at home just straps on, and it looks like you're on the field, and you're saying the experience at home is going to be even better than the person that has 50-yard line tickets at the game.
It's almost, it's better than a life experience. It kind of makes, this is the best way I could describe it. It feels like you are crossing over almost. You're in a different peaceful world. There was this one thing he put me under. I was looking at this moon and the stars, and there's the beach going.
You normally don't like the moon.
It was fucking so relaxing and peaceful, and I can only imagine how greater it's going to get. They're going to probably put in fans so you can feel wind on you.
Yeah.
I mean, it is really nice.
It's heading to the Matrix.
Big time.
But we're going to put ourselves in the pod and then just sit there.
I could see how if somebody is not loving their life, they go onto that thing and get lost and not want to come out of it. I could see that.
Yeah.
It's that.
Just your little cocoon of joy, and you're just going to go strap on your headphones and just sit in that thing.
And that's the low. I mean, we're on the PlayStation 4. That's the lower quality. They've got stuff on the PC unit you can go into that has no pixelation whatsoever. You look there, and it looks like you're in that world.
Wow.
You can kind of see the lines a little bit on the PS4, but it's still really, really good.
It's going to be crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Different age.
I mean,
I don't know. I think I'm too old for VR.
No, you think you are? if you had Jason Mraz,
What is your cataracts bothering you, or what's going on?
I don't know. Like, it's just the concept to me is kind of like stupid.
you're out of your mind.
Yeah, well, I'm
You
old.
are. If you had a Jason Mraz concert with VR style, you would shit your pants of happiness. It's so good.
That's extreme. I don't feel like shitting myself today, so I guess I won't watch it.
A phrase they use.
Who uses that?
The Penningtons.
Okay.
Penningtons. They were very loose with their anus.
And they got happy. They decided, let's celebrate and let's all shit ourselves. Yeah, it's a great day.
It's just a term.
Imagine Christmas.
Oh, the holidays are awful.
Just a phrase we use.
Well, another viewing experience is watching KVJ TV. You can watch this podcast right now. Got to give a shout out to Addison. She watches the entire show, and the ATS went home for the summer.
Aww.
You can see there, Cesar hooked her up. 7-year-old, all right. Maybe mute the language sometimes.
She's not watching after the show, is she?
I think so.
ATS.
All right, let's clean it up.
I can't. I've tried.
We say we do what we do. It's up to the parents. It's out of our control.
The swearing's therapeutic, I've realized.
It is.
Yeah, they said that.
You got to get it out.
Can't keep it in.
I mean, if you're offended by it, I don't know what to fucking tell you.
Couple of controversies in the news today. I mean, come on. Mom shaming is insane what happens these days. Hillary Duff, she was sharing with fans that her 8-month-old daughter, Banks, looked like she was getting her ears pierced.
The baby's name is Banks.
Yeah. I know. It's kind of an interesting name for a girl.
Very interesting.
Yeah, so she appeared to have her ears pierced. And, of course, you know, Duff's prior post showed her being earring free. And so mommy's just like, how dare you?
Oh, these celebrities know what they're doing. They know exactly. This is a guarantee if I go on to yahoo.com right now, there's going to be a whole fucking blog about, Hillary Duff and her earring scandal.
Oh, I'm sure there is. I mean, you know, was it calculated that she was trying to get the attention? I don't know, because I just think that there are people that jump on you. I mean, I was not trying to get attention when I posted that photo that one time of baby Cannon sitting in the dryer. I just thought it was cute, and my gosh, people went...
Oh, people on the internet
it
are
went
insane.
nuts on me. That wasn't my intent. I thought it was a cute photo.
You have to just start doing this. And I think if you stay on social media long enough and you read the comments long enough and you get as many bad ones as we do, you have to eventually come to a place of, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Say whatever you want. I mean, some of you I'll fight with. If it's fun, I'll fight because I love a fun fight thread. But some of the comments, I'm just like, you don't matter. I don't care. You can call me every name in the book. It does not faze me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think all of us need to really look at social media like that, because people that are trying to hurt your feelings by saying stuff on whatever, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, just don't let them hurt you.
I think it's always what they say and the source and what it is.
Fight with them for fun, but their opinions about you that are hateful don't matter because they don't know you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They have no idea who you are as a human. They're just popping off about something they think they saw. They want to be holier than thou.
I thought I had read they are starting to implement like psychology lessons with social media for the youth, because kids don't. There's so much bullying and so much shit that they see and that they read. It's hard to kind of know everything your kid's reading, and there's a whole psychology behind it's fucking with people's heads.
No, I believe it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So here she is. She's got her daughter on there with her ears pierced, but that's standard. I think a lot of people want to do that because they want to do it when the baby's young, at a certain age.
Yeah, I mean,
have them pierced, so they're not going to know it, not feel it.
Who are we to
feel
judge?
it, but yeah.
I think cultures, especially Hispanic cultures, like it's the norm.
Yeah, that's why, here's the whole thing too. What about, how about circumcising young boys then? We can't really show that photo on social media. That's why there's no circumcision shame. But I mean, that's a little bit more horrific to me than getting your ear pierced. I've had both.
Thank God I don't remember that.
Exactly.
I'm so glad that they do it young.
If I were walking in today to have a circumcision, oh my gosh.
It would really bum me out to the point where I'd be depressed for a good 2 weeks leading up to that, knowing I have to go do that.
Right. You don't want that. You got to get them young when they have no idea what's going on. Be like, I'm just,
I was bummed out when I found out I had to get a catheter for the kidney thing, and that was the worst part of my kidney.
What is it? How far up does the hose
I don't
go?
want to go there.
I don't know, and it was awful.
If you guys are going to do this, I'm going to walk out, and you let me know when you're done.
Is it like an inch or is it like a foot?
I don't want to do it either. I'm walking out. We're walking out. We quit this bitch. We quit this bitch.
I have so many questions about the catheter process. All right, I'll stop. They both went in the hallway.
All right,
I'll stop.
All right.
I'll stop.
Yeah, I am not.
But
No.
it's fascinating, but
Okay.
I'm not going to ask any more questions
get it.
about it.
I get it.
Maybe people can DM me.
You can look it up.
I do have so many questions.
Yeah.
I'll answer them off the air, but I really actually don't want to.
No, and if you are, then I'm walking
Well,
out.
we were
Yes, sir.
just seeing Jim down at the hospital in Miami, and we were sitting alongside of his hospital bed, and he had one in, and I was fascinated. I was looking at the little bag, and I have so many questions, but I'll save
Go ask
them.
Jim.
I'll go ask Jim.
Yeah, why don't you go call him right now?
Yeah. The other controversy that going on today, Jaybird sent me a story about this Mississippi politician that apparently has gotten all kinds of people upset. His name's Robert Foster, and he refused to be alone with a female reporter at any moment. She'd wanted to do an interview, and he was like, okay, we need to bring somebody along with you. And he just doesn't want any kind of like thing. So what are people like upset about?
Well, I think some people, I think she was the one that said, well, who are you worried about then? Are you worried you're going to do something? You know, are you trying to, why would you? And he basically said, no, it has nothing to do with that. He goes, we're in a time right now where I'm married. I don't want to spend this many hours alone with another woman. I don't think it's appropriate. I don't want to send the wrong signal to the world. Because it has nothing to do with me trying to jump on you or anything. I don't want to send the wrong signal out.
I want a witness.
And people, there was people that really tore into him, and then there are people that supported him, and
It's exhausting.
and imagine this, it turned political.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Do you think he's out of line? Do you think someone's out of line to?
Nobody's out of line for trying to protect themselves.
No.
I think on either side, she should maybe want to bring somebody with her, and he should want her to have somebody with her. More people that are around are witnesses to make sure nothing weird happens.
He was bringing his own chaperone, I believe, his own, but he
and
wants.
that's totally up to him.
He just didn't want to. You just didn't want to be alone. And I know you had said that some companies are even thinking about doing that.
No, there's a lot of those, many instances. I know doctors' offices, a lot of times, they want to have somebody
absolutely.
come in to make sure nothing happens. I know my pastor buddies, they are not allowed to counsel somebody one-on-one like that. They need to have somebody present in the room so, no allegations can be made. And
It's
so,
smart. It's protecting yourself.
And this guy's running for governor. So, yeah, I can't believe anybody would even make a stink about it. I don't even understand what the controversy
It's
is.
stupid. People are just fighting to fight and trying to make it into something it's
And that's
not.
just why you just ignore it.
The reporter made something out of it.
The reporter's being a douche.
I ignore the reporter.
If the dude's just trying to be safe and protect his image,
Yeah.
don't make that into something it's not.
No, it's. Yeah, I can't even imagine what you would make the issue of. Like that. That's what I'm
Well,
kind of curious.
it-
How do they make it an issue?
It was turned around on. Well, do you not trust yourself?
Like, what were you gonna do to me?
Why do you need a chaperone? Do you not trust your own? And he's like, no.
No, it's stupid. I'd be like, you know what? We're not gonna do the interview then.
Right, that's it.
I think that's what ended up happening.
Yeah, I'd just be like, no, it's fine. It's just my policy. If I'm going to do an interview, then I need to make sure somebody's present so that no allegations can be made. Either way.
I don't know
And-
what either one of their political parties, but I can guarantee you they were opposite political parties, and she's trying to make him look bad.
I deliberately left out political.
I don't know what they were.
Yeah.
Oh, he's Republican.
Well,
Kevin brought him in.
She's from CNN.
She's from CNN. So there you. I mean, you've got two.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, if you
Stupid.
can't see the
It's stupid.
stupidity of this,
It's stupid.
and we all need to rise up and say, "Stop it!"
But I was so shocked how many people were like, how dare him not?
How dare him?
Yeah, how dare him not take
How
an interview?
dare him try to protect himself and not be alone?
Clearly, a guy can't control himself. I'm like,
Ay, ay,
no,
ay.
that's not. I don't think that's what it was at all.
I just make the policy for anybody. Whoever wants to interview me or be around me. I'm a politician. I'm in this kind of thing, and I want to have someone around me.
I'm going to have a team around me that can back up my side of
Yeah.
things should any other story arise.
If you're ever in the public light, you need to make sure that you have precautions.
Ay, ay, ay.
Mm-hmm.
I hate people.
Yeah.
I really do.
Not us, though.
Not you.
Not us, cats.
I love you too. You're it. You and my family. I'm done.
No, you just are retrograde. You're in.
I'm in retrograde.
I
Big
know.
time.
I'm seeing everybody on social media say, "Man, this week has been terrible." Hashtag retrograde. Or retrograde.
Retrograde is getting us, y'all. I think it's real. I really do.
That was an interesting segment you brought, Kevin.
The
Yeah.
Mercury's in retrograde.
Everywhere I go is chaos. So yesterday, I was driving to an appointment at Nouveau, downtown West Palm, and I drove past a 5-alarm fire, a huge fire. Then I drove past 2 accidents. Then I heard this horrific story about all these coworkers that were fighting with each other at work. I'm like, everybody is going squirrely, and it's Mercury in retrograde.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
what I think. I never see this much chaos around me.
How do you feel, Kev?
I don't notice any difference, but I was like, okay, I don't want to. I'm one of those people. I'm not necessarily superstitious, but if I can avoid it and not tempt fate, there might be something to it. So if I don't have to, because it's about making big decisions or signing contracts and things like that.
Yeah, we don't want to fuck around with that.
No.
Then I'm like, all right, we'll just put that on hold. Making big hires. Yeah, your electronics might be a little bit squirrely. My phone yesterday, just weird. It was like, I didn't even know it had voice command. The thing's like, and this blue screen comes over and it says voice control. I'm like, what the fuck is this feature? And my wife's trying to call and she can't hear me. And it's just, and then it starts playing podcasts randomly. I'm like, what the hell's going on with this thing? I had to shut it down, restart it. It was fine. But,
Mercury in retrograde.
Yeah, you're right.
It's a fun excuse. I remember back in, I think it was 1999, El Nino was just big in the news, and I was having such a shitty summer, and I blamed everything on El Nino. I'm like, fucking El Nino.
Yeah, Mercury in retrograde. You got to the end of the month. So there you go. We got an email here from Aaron in Boynton Beach. Show maybe to check out. In fact, I might be watching this weekend on Netflix. I was wondering if you all have heard of the show called Last Chance U. It's an intense look inside the world of junior college football, chronicling the stories of players and coaches in the classroom and on the field.
I love it.
Yeah, it is a really good show. Last Chance U. They did the first 2 seasons at a school in Mississippi. They had a real fiery coach, big fights break out on the field and stuff like that.
Wasn't there a scandal with there was a scandal with one of them, I thought.
I think it might be the last guy. Now, the other guy that they had the last 2 seasons, this is season 4 that they're getting ready to do. And I didn't watch all of season 3. I might go back and watch that and then season 4 because this is a community college. They've moved to Kansas and done that. And this guy... Yeah, but all the coaches, they use horrible language, and they're just,
Well, the first season, you can tell the guy got so much shit online for how he talked and how he acted and how he reacted. So the second season,
he changed.
He came back.
He tried.
He tried to change. Like the first 3 episodes, he was a changed man.
That's why the first season of any reality show is the best season, because they haven't seen themselves on camera yet, and it's real.
I'd say the first season of Last Chance U, that's what I'd give you, because that was the one I really, truly enjoyed. The second season was okay. And the third season, like I said, I made it through 3 episodes. I'm like, eh.
That's what happens to some of those Big Brother contestants. They go on and they say some shit, especially during the live feed that's not on TV.
Mm-hmm.
They'll say a racist joke or they'll say a sexist comment, and then they get out. They're fired. I mean, people have left them. I mean, their life, and they have no idea this shit's gone on.
Yeah.
Did you see Big Brother? Did you see the episode? They were in the house when the earthquakes hit.
I did see that.
And they were like, what the hell is going on? And I think Big Brother does come on and tells them, okay, just so you know, it's an earthquake. Don't freak out. We're
for
safe.
stuff like that, but they do not know anything that's going on in the outside world for 3 months. So you walk out like, I'm fucking fired? What?
Yeah, they're recording. You have no idea really when it's, and then you got to wait and see how the public accepts it, and either they love you or hate you, and then you got to live with it. It's kind of crazy.
You don't get to read the comments till you're on the outside.
The Big Brother stuff on YouTube, I mean, they are brutal to these people. I mean, if you mess up, you're fucked. I don't know how you recover.
Yeah. Yeah, and on Last Chance U, at least from the first season, about 2 or 3 of those players wound up at Florida Atlantic.
Oh.
And in fact, one of their coaches that you see on there, Clint Trickett, he's got amazing hair. He's actually still a coach at FAU. He's their tight ends coach.
Okay.
So, yeah. So if you've watched Last Chance U, you can go see those guys at
I love how
FAU
Kevin's
Stadium.
doesn't talk about his coaching skills, talks about his hair. He's got great hair.
He's got amazing hair. Yeah, Clint used to be the quarterback of West Virginia, so I used to watch that, and he would come off, take his helmet off, and go, and this hair would just bounce like into perfect form. I was always the hair envy I
Kevin
have.
would bite his knuckles.
Oh, I was like, oh. Yeah.
You notice hair like I notice beards.
Yeah, and so it was kind of odd because I went down to a coach's show to see Lane Kiffin, who we had on just a couple days ago.
He's got great hair, too.
He does, yeah. I got hair envy with him. And so I was at the Carolina Ale House there in Boynton, and I look over, I'm like, wait, is that Clint Trickett? I'm like, hey. And so I started talking to him, and I was like, how cool. And, now I know Clint and all that stuff. And
Are you on the inside now?
I am. And the first day I saw him, like, going, dude, I had to tell you have amazing hair.
Oh. You sound like a fangirl.
I was fangirling on Clint. He does have great hair, so you can go see him.
We're sorry, Clint.
Yes. So, let me see here. Here is Matt. Said, hey, I'm a trained chef. I've been cooking since I left school. I could be doing the food truck with you, except for 2 issues. One, I'm in England, and I don't have a visa. But if I can get over those hurdles, Jay-Bird, I'll come to the USA, and we'll do that food truck you're talking about.
Love the way that sounds, my man.
Yeah.
So we just got to figure out how to get Matt here. Maybe a work visa. If we get the food truck, then we can get Matt here.
Absolutely. We can sponsor him.
Yeah.
I really do want to get a food truck. Gosh, it's such a dream. I know it's not realistic.
It is realistic because I could see you being the idea guy, the guy that does like all the creative side of it. You come up with the logo and the concept and the marketing, and then you just get a real chef to implement your vision.
Yeah, there's that one show where they all compete with each other and they have to raise all the money. It's amazing the kind of food they make in that food truck. All kind of crazy shit.
Yeah, they do good stuff.
They really do.
I'm really impressed with some of the food trucks around here.
Keep the dream alive, Bird.
I hear you.
Quick shout out to Francisco listening to us in the Caracas airport. He said, Kev, I get it. I am married to a Latina myself. I heard the call that happened this last week with the Mexican queen.
The call that will live in infamy.
That one,
Yes.
that call needs to make the KVJ Wikipedia page.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You've been beaten before, but this was
It's tough, yeah.
This was a pummeling.
Yeah, it was pretty good, yeah.
It was.
Yeah, like I said, anytime you had that first sip of any kind of alcohol, I've lost all footing at that point.
I remember me and you talking about that a long time ago, and I agree. Even if you're right and you know you're right and you weren't even that buzzed, you still lose.
It's always my issue, yeah.
You were fucking drinking. Like, shit, I was.
Yeah, and you were so hammered, and yeah, you're like, all right, you're right,
I'm
I
just
was.
clumsy.
Yes. So there you go. Let me see. He said... yeah, and the point he says, I would love to have been able to hear the tone of the queen when she said to Kevin to stop doing those things while drunk. I'm 100% sure there was a tone there. That's how it's usually done by Latinas. Because, she was like, I just told you that, look, that's not appropriate. You shouldn't have done that. But
there was a tone.
He's seeing through it, yes. He gets it. He's like, yeah, it wasn't just like, hey, I just want to let you know that probably wasn't appropriate. He knows that Latina tone. And there was a tone.
Oh, there was.
Yes.
It was vicious and quick. Very mad respect, girl.
Yeah. Jacob said, I was in Boca on I-95 last Thursday, and all of a sudden this ladder comes sliding out into the middle of the highway. I barely avoided hitting it, and as I looked in my rearview mirror, all I saw was a massive car accident. But then that's when, out of the corner of my eye, I spotted that fucking hair. I saw Kevin Ralston staggering into the bushes away from all the smoke and the chaos with a White Claw in hand. One can only imagine what he's attempting to rig in his drunken stupor. So apparently I'm causing havoc. I'm fueled on White Claw water malt liquor.
Thank goodness the people are watching you, Ralston.
Yeah, I can't get away with anything
Keep
anymore.
them coming, people.
I'm
the
causing
reports.
Massive deadly accidents on I-95.
That's so fun. That hair.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Saw that hair. There you go. Well, this could be interesting because coming in here right now, we got John O'Terry's with Fling. Now, they do beer, but Denny's telling me that what we're going to be trying out today is canned cocktails.
Okay. Is this like the White Claw?
Did you get in trouble for this?
Yeah, I gotta
you drink 14 of these,
the
Kevin?
rundown on these, yes. To see what exactly I've got here. Denny's bringing in the cooler we got.
I mean, literally,
Yeah.
it's now your job to drink the poison that just bit you in the ass over the holiday.
Oh,
I mean,
I
he
know.
had 18 of them, Virginia. Yeah.
The number grows. He had 47.
In 25 minutes.
He was clinically dead. He was that drunk.
He was hanging out, some college apartment, hitting on girls.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
right.
Just barely 21.
No young bartenders are safe.
I think that was her birthday. She just turned 21.
Man slut, they call him.
Oh, I am. Okay, so the thing that I was asking
He's
too.
had enough.
I have. What am I going to do? Let me see. Hey, welcome here, John.
What's up,
Hey,
guys?
welcome.
Hello, my friend.
Thanks for
I
having
like
me.
your shirt.
Yeah, is that a cocktail shirt?
I had to stick with the theme.
I like it.
That's a good plan. Now,
It's funny. My thing is right away is my wife picked out this shirt. That's like the way of being like, yeah. I don't dress myself.
I know that
Nobody
move.
does.
I know that move.
If
That's,
you dress yourself, you
Right.
don't look
I fail.
cool shirts like this.
that's a handy thing. Yeah, it is
Yeah,
cool looking
yeah.
shirt. I like that. Now, I hear we've got Mai Tai, Margarita, vodka soda. And I said to Denny's, I'm like going, I'm really trying to stay away from sugar. Like, that's just, I'm
I
trying
got
to
you covered.
crash
I got us all
down.
covered. These are all keto friendly, which is cool. So
That's
I'm
amazing.
not no keto diet person, but you know.
Yeah, I
or
am.
You're not
so-
on the keto diet, are you?
I'm on a Cheeto diet.
The keto diet. All right, cool, just making sure.
So it's all good. So, yeah, we're not going to be pumping our bodies full of sugars by drinking these?
No, not at all. So the only one that has 5 grams of cane sugar is actually the Mai Tai. We use monk fruit. Are you guys ever here?
I've heard of it, but I don't really know what that is.
So it's like this gourd that's derived from southern China. It's this like FDA approved natural sweetener that has 0 effect on blood sugar. So you could be diabetic. You can actually be trying to do weight loss or even a natural anti-inflammatory, and that's what monk fruit's used for.
Wow.
Yeah, one of the going jokes, I guess, is like we did a sales pitch on this the other day, and someone from our company was like, "Yeah, I read this article about somebody saying that it's like monk fruit's the price of cocaine." And I'm like, "Do we want to be talking about cocaine being the price of monk fruit or something?" Like,
You
but I
should
was
bring
like,
cocaine up in any business.
I know.
meeting.
I'm like. So the person that wrote this article, we have some questions about them, right? Drug testing, but it's really cool. It's a natural sweetener. So some people are like, "Oh, it tastes like an artificial sweetener." I'm like, well, in essence, it kind of is, but it's an actual sweetener. So it's really cool, and it just gives you the effect of without the ill effects of sugar.
Yeah, well, this is kind of interesting because I do I love margaritas, but I really kind of gave them up because of the
sugar content. It's crazy.
It's insane, and I broke it down in the calories in a
But they're so good.
I know,
And if you're in a Mexican restaurant, good luck finding anything better to go with your taco.
We were looking. We were like, oh, we're just curious, because the cocktail can craze is blowing up right now. It's
Right.
All right. So
I know.
what makes us different? It's like you look at other canned cocktails. They're 360 calories.
Whoa.
There's 20 to 30 grams of sugar. And
That's insane. See,
our margarita has 0 sugar in it.
Zero
No way.
sugar.
0 sugar.
How many
Yeah.
calories does your margarita have?
So the way it breaks down is the blood orange vodka soda, which we'll try first, is going towards the people who like to, or really, hey, I'm calorie counting.
Yeah.
The healthiest.
I'm
Maybe
big.
someone who
Yeah.
occasional
The Riggies.
hard seltzer drinker. Sorry.
Yeah,
Kevin.
yeah.
I heard that the other day.
Oh, my
Condolences.
It was awful.
Seltzer's the fucking worst.
Well,
It's not. It's not. No. Don't
Seltzer
say it, 'cause
is the worst.
It's not. Think about it.
I love it. I love the taste of it. I love everything about it.
I do too. I drink them too. Look,
Yeah.
I
Oh.
get beered out. I've been selling beer for 10 years.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong. I love all the beers we do, but
I know what you're saying. Yeah, there's kind of
there's a time and a place.
Yeah,
I
agree with you. Yeah.
Diversify.
Well, and the
Yeah.
calories
Yeah.
in the beers, and I've had that come to Jesus where I'm slowly just packing on pounds, and I'm like, you gotta rethink your game, and that just riding the craft train all day long
Well,
ain't
how
gonna
many
work anymore.
how many craft breweries do you see coming out now with beers that are lower than 100 calories and all this stuff?
Got
So-
to because all of us we're getting turned into fat asses. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
we really are. We got to do something about it.
So the vodka soda, the blood orange vodka soda, is under 100 calories.
That's
and then
awesome.
The cucumber lime gin and tonic, Mai Tai, Margarita are actually all under 200, which is
Okay.
just crazy if you think about
That
it.
is, yeah, because I'd never heard I think one I saw was 600 or 700 calories, something like that.
Well,
I'm like,
so they call them the
the heck is
RTD
that?
category. I'm gonna get nerdy on you. Ready to drink cocktails.
Okay.
And if you think about it, if you've been drinking long enough, you traditionally you pick up one of those giant margarita plastic, liters, and you don't know what's in it, food coloring, how much sugar and all this stuff.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah,
They're
so
terrible for you.
This is different. Like this is like the wave of like we're all conscious of what we're putting in our body.
Yeah.
More and more like there's this research, that research. It's
big
you
time.
could
I
die
read it
from
all.
having anything. It's like crazy these days.
I got to ask this question because the people want to know. How many of those would it take to get a little bit of a buzz? You want to forget about the week.
Yeah,
How about we find out? I got a whole case
Let's
here. I don't
get
think we
to
should
it.
drink the whole
Let's
case.
get
I'm just
into it.
saying.
There's
But yeah, so
talking.
they go from 5% all the way up to 8% alcohol. So
Okay.
So yeah.
5 to 8. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Five's like I like that range. 5 is good, and that's where I kind of know where it is. And the 8s are a little bit strong. You just gotta one, you gotta know your body and your tolerance. But 2, when you start getting into the 8s, those are the ones where you've had 2, you might want to rethink 3. 5s are pretty good. You can ride these a good little while.
So this is the vodka blood orange.
It smells
Blood
fantastic.
orange vodka soda. So our whole thing with our tagline, so it's through Boulevard Beverage Company. The line is called Fling. So we're supposed to fling you to your destination.
Where is Boulevard Beverage Company from?
Kansas City, Missouri, the
my
heart
gosh,
of America.
yeah.
So Boulevard Beverage Company's
He used
been
to live
around.
there.
Been around for about. We're celebrating our 30th birthday this year. So we've been producing beer for as long as I've been alive.
Yeah, I used to drive. I told you I used to drive by the Boulevard Brewing on my way to work every single morning. I'd go down, and it was right off to the side, right to the right, and Boulevard was there. This was in the 90s.
Wow.
They were there set up and doing it.
Let's do a little cheers.
Boulevard's great. By the
Cheers,
way,
guys.
in the craft beer, I will say real quick plug for the craft beers. I know it's not craft thing. Boulevard craft beers are fantastic, and their
Thank you.
IPAs are very good. The Cosmic IPA, I
Space
think?
Camper.
Space Camper.
The official beer of X-Men.
It's very good.
It was very good. That's
Yeah.
like one of our top selling beers.
They have it at the
That's awesome.
ballpark here at Palm Beach.
Yep,
just
they
let
sure
people
did.
know. Yep. Okay.
Jason's been trying to drink his drink for
Sorry,
like 20
I
minutes.
just wanna
already
get in
drank
a beer
without
plug
you.
for
To
I-
our new
I was-
friend. To our new friend.
You know, if I came in here with non-alcoholic beverages, I wouldn't be your friend.
Yeah, we'd be like, to this guy, it's okay. You're kind of cool.
Here's some NA product, guys, at Beer Fest. When you want to sober up, come over to my booth.
I like
Who's
this.
Who's this dick in the
Yeah.
cocktail shirt? That's what it would have been like. No, I'm just kidding. I'm
All right,
kidding.
you're not getting any more.
This is
You're
to
cut off.
you.
Totally kidding.
Okay, my quick questions again on this. What's the calories and what's the sugars on this one?
So this is zero sugar. There's no sugar.
Good.
In this.
Okay, cool.
2.6-ish carbs. It's definitely 2. And 86 calories.
Oh my
So
gosh,
this is 5%
that's fantastic.
alcohol. So
I
we're
really
not-
like
Okay,
That
this.
is really good.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So the whole thing is we're supposed to fling you to Italy. So
Is this
with the
malt
blood
liquor?
orange. No. This is disclaimer. he's getting really worried. He's like, oh
yeah,
gosh,
'cause
he's
I'm
gonna
like-
go downhill like it did the
It
other
like
day.
2 sips away from being an asshole.
No,
Like,
no. So that's the cool thing. And Kevin, thanks for like pointing that out because that is one of the biggest things that we're trying to point out is let people know because you see a lot of how many products you see that say they're cocktails, right? And then you try it and you're like, there isn't spirits in this. So
Yeah.
this is actual premium distilled spirit partners that we have. So we're not a distillery, we're a brewery. And the long story short with it is like we have one of the largest barrel aging programs in America. So in essence, brewers are mixologists, right? So we just wanted to give them another task, something fun to do on the side. And it's really easy to make these at the brewery. So we just buy the spirits from our partners. We just take a giant fermenter and we just basically throw all the ingredients, it swirls around for a few hours and pop ready to go in a can and that's it. So
Wow.
it's not time consuming like beer. So it's like
Oh, wow.
that in
Yeah.
between when it's like, all right, we're done with the beer run. Now what do we do with our massive canning line? Oh, cool. Let's like throw something in a fermenter for a few hours and make some
Wow.
cocktails.
Gosh, you guys gotta love this stuff. This is
really tasty.
This is man. You have this on the boat and just chill at the
Normally,
pool. This is
like-
great.
Cocktails in a can normally have an aftertaste that's like filmy and tastes chemically, and I'm like, I don't like it. This is light.
Well, Virginia, that's the whole thing we talk about. It's like it's scary. You really don't know what's in your cocktail.
You
these days. And
don't.
that's not like
Yeah.
a shot at anybody. It's just
Right.
like you don't. You really don't know, and you know what's in this. You know?
Don't you wish you had like a little meter on your head or something that
Oh.
you know how many sips it takes until you become an asshole? You're like, oh, I have one sip
All right,
left.
So the one scary thing is with these,
Okay.
that they're 12 ounces in a can. So that's the one thing that I like tell everybody. I'm like,
Is it 2
realize
drinks?
it. Like
It's not beer.
Virginia, I've walked in like we like have them like we're hanging out at Jumpy Bay tonight, and like the funny thing is like you'll be like, hey, or wherever, and you're just like, hey, can I have it over ice? It's like I just want them over ice. So they give you their traditional cocktail glass with ice, and you're like sitting there, and all of a sudden you start pouring it, and you pour your first drink, and you're like, okay, I just poured a quarter of the can in. So people are picking these up. They're like, they're great. And you're drinking them. You're like, hey, buddy, slow down. And it's like, I just had 3 gin and tonics in 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm texting my ex-girlfriend. It's going to be terrible.
Okay.
It's gonna be terrible.
It's going to be so many bad decisions.
Oh, my God. I love it.
All right. That's very good. I really like it. And it's so it says Fling on the can. And it's just
Boulevard Brewery.
Yeah.
Now we can buy these in the Publix. Where do we grab these?
So we just launched a month and a half ago. We were like saying,
I was gonna say,
we
I
got
was
to
like-
get to market before everybody else does. 'Cause
we've
this is the
never
new craze.
seen this.
I didn't know this was. I'm like, what's
Yeah, well,
Fling?
think about it. I mean, you guys are all beer drinkers. It's like beer does this weird wave of where it's like up and down. But to be honest, I mean, we're fortunate enough to where we're growing. But a lot of craft breweries are like hurting right now. You know, there's so many.
Inundated,
Many.
yeah.
Well,
there
yeah.
really is. And spirits are just on fire.
Yeah.
You know, and they're not going anywhere. So we were like, why not just do something on the side?
It
on top
is,
of
yeah.
beer?
They just opened up a new craft cocktail bar down in that little hipster area down there in West Palm. You know, where they got Steam Horse Brewing, and they got the city markets down there.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Grandview Market?
Grandview Market,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
they
it's
just-
GVM.
You were looking at my pictures of Grandview Market, Jay Bird, and you were like, oh, what's that?
Oh, I know.
It's not, yeah. So that,
GVM.
you're right. It is blown up. And then I saw, like, you're right. I think South Florida, like, we're up over 100 craft breweries now.
Wow.
And there's so many open up. There's like 5 more getting ready to open up like this month. And so, yeah, the saturation is legit.
Ooh, this is.
All right, so this is the.
Don't tell me the flavor yet. I think I get.
God.
Is there berry in there?
No.
You have to leave.
Best out of
Well, wait,
5.
actually, if you're saying like berry, like you're thinking of the gin, so I'll give you like a 50-50 there.
Okay, extra
Ooh,
credit.
that's
dude.
nice.
That's nice.
So this is the cucumber lime gin and tonic.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I could taste the lime.
That is good. I like that
I
actually.
love
even
gin.
better than the last
Gin
one.
is the new, well, not the new, but it's definitely up and coming.
It's-
Anybody you
yeah,
talk
I'm
to,
hearing
like
a
you know how
lot of
bourbon
gin.
and whiskey is like the thing right now.
I love. So I'm a whiskey guy. I like whiskey. Are there whiskey stuff in cans, or are we not there yet?
I think everybody's kind of exploring it. I haven't seen anything that. It'll get there.
Gotcha.
Someone will do it. Someone will
Okay.
do it. And the bigger liquor companies are doing them where it's like ready to drink, but they're not like craft cocktails. It's more of just like, say if you want like bourbon and Coke, there's bourbon and Coke options.
You a
but
whiskey man? You will
everything.
be. You will, how old are
Everything.
you?
Why do I?
You
Does
will
it matter?
be. You will be.
I'm 30.
Yeah,
you look really young, but you sound really smart and old.
That's a compliment.
It's a compliment. It totally
Sure,
is a
I'll
compliment.
take it, whatever.
You have your game together. You know your facts.
I've been told whiskey's an older man's game.
They get weirder
It
the
is.
more they drink, John.
I feel
just
really
let
old.
you
I
know.
have, I have 3.
If you think you're uncomfortable right now, just give it 5
I have
more minutes.
3. I have 3 kids under 3.
You have 3 kids?
Yeah, twin girls too.
Whoa.
Kevin, you have the power. You can shut
See, I don't have the time to go home and like make these cocktails. My wife would murder me. Like literally, like it's like 3 kids screaming and crying for dinner or pizza or whatever, and I'm like, hey, Caitlin, give me a second. I'm mixing a margarita here. If you could give me some time.
So this is, convenient.
Yeah, it's
This is
convenience
good.
in a can. Our whole tagline is leave the bar cart at home. You know, think about like how many times you're just like, you have a party, right? And it's like on top of cleaning up the barbecue.
Sure,
all
yeah,
the
mixing
food,
it all up.
Then you got to clean up some drunk idiots, like, concoction of trying to make a Mai Tai all over. Your house is sticky.
Well, and the problem is
your
you're-
kids are
Yeah.
screaming.
You don't make them as well like the third time
No.
you made the drink
Oh,
as you did
no,
the first
no.
time.
I
Yeah.
can't even I could barely make a good gin and tonic. It's like, how much tonic am I supposed to pour? It's usually like, oh, I just put 3 shots of gin by accident with a splash of tonic.
Yeah, this is good. That's very. I even like that even better. And that was,
I like that one better.
Again,
Oh,
what
it
was
gets
the name
better,
of
man.
that one?
It gets better.
So this
wow.
is the
That was the
cucumber lime gin and tonic.
Gin and tonic. I like
Can anybody
that.
guess where we're trying to fling you off to, destination wise?
Dog track.
To rehab.
Yeah.
London.
London.
Okay.
We never would have got it.
I'm sure there's a rehab facility in London, Jay-Bird, so you're
Yeah, I'm
good.
sure. Yeah, we're good. We'll go there.
Then it's a box. Each one has a box of
So
4.
they're 4-packs, yeah. So they're 4-packs. Total Wine is like the go-to spot to just go and pick them up.
I love
and
Total
drink 'em.
Wine.
Yeah.
They're great. And they have frequent flyer points, too.
Yeah. I have too many rewards.
What does that retail for, that box of 4?
So a box of 4 ranges anywhere from like $12.99 to $13.99.
Okay, in a box. If I was at home and I had all 4, I am gonna be doing some weird shit later, right?
Sure, Jay-Bird. whatever
weren't
you're
you
into, man, go for it. You know,
I'm
weird
saying
things.
4 would probably make me feel pretty good.
I need to start talking to Jay Bird about like taglines for Fling. Like Fling, do weird stuff at home. Buy a 4-pack.
Hey, I'll take the meeting. I'd love to sit down. I got some ideas.
Official spokesperson.
I'd like to see
Jay
Jay
Bird.
Bird's rejected taglines for Fling.
I got some ideas. Let's do this shit.
Well, the funny thing is everybody's like, it's Fling, so we're like flinging off to our destination. We're like, let's have a fling, and we're like, oh wait, that sounds kind
Yeah.
of all right.
That's
cool,
what I
whatever.
want.
too, though.
I thought, let's have a fling. Like outside of beer. I'm going to cheat on beer a little bit. I'm going to have a fling with these craft cocktails.
Yeah, you have
You've
4.
you've been replaced, man. That was actually pretty good.
Fuck it.
Yeah, what else are you going to do?
Hey, the first time I've been fired, or the last.
Don't say that.
I'm just being honest.
Nobody fired you. You're good.
That's not true.
All right, so Virginia, you said you like margaritas.
I do. I love girly drinks. But the thing about the margarita, you know, if it's traditionally made, for me now, with my old palate, it's too sweet. It's too thick. I prefer a skinny margarita, like a lot of
Yeah.
restaurants are doing now.
Right.
Less calories.
They don't
I
have
don't
that
get
margarita mix.
I don't want no salt on it.
I just love how on Monday's podcast, or was it Tuesday's podcast? No, we're going to slow down the drinking. I'm only going to be drinking beer. We're fucking having canned fucking cocktails at 11.
You know what? I'm a contradiction. What do you want from me?
Okay, break down the.
It's literally my job to drink right now.
The audience has to think we're fucking maniacs.
We are.
Yeah.
Oh, so we went from 5. That was 7% alcohol. Now we're gonna go to 7.5.
Okay.
Making those
And,
changes.
And what's
margarita.
for the health people? What are we consuming
Still
here?
under 200. Still under 200.
Okay.
And still single-digit carbs. So all these.
What
are
about
in
sugars?
Your, no sugar.
Dang, okay.
A
No
margarita
sugars
with
in
no
any of these,
sugar.
right? Except
The
you
Mai
said one
Tai,
had
the
king.
last one we'll have, is the only one that has sugar in it because it's a Mai Tai. So you do, you can only quote unquote natural sweeten things as to a certain
So much.
extent. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So the margarita game's pretty weird. I don't drink margaritas because one, I can't make them, so
Okay.
I don't have time to make them.
Yeah.
But I kind of equate like margarita to like selling in the beer world like IPAs. Like back in the day, it was like you had one basic IPA, as in like they all kind of tasted the same. And I have like juicy, hazy, double
yeah.
dry hopped, and all that stuff. So like when you go to a bar and you're like, "What IPA do you have?" You have to like ask what type of IPAs they are.
Yeah.
Margaritas are definitely like that.
Yeah.
Like there are spicy, sweet,
Mm-hmm.
sour, savory / salty.
Yeah.
So it's been funny because like everybody's been given like really good comments on this. I did have one guy the other day. I was like, "Wow, thanks, buddy." Almost made me cry. He's like, everybody's 99% of customers are like, "This is a really good can margarita. Like, this is awesome." I tried one guy and he goes, "You need to throw this shit out." I'm like,
There's always that one. There's always, honestly,
Like, Dick, this is my job.
it's amazing. There's
I'm like,
always that one.
Dude, it's a margarita in a can. I'm sorry. Like, what do you want me to do? I was like, my feelings were hurt. It's like somebody told me my child was ugly. I was like,
There's always
Yeah.
one.
oh, I was like, he
It's
was really
amazing,
like,
yeah.
it was weird. He's nice about it though, in some way. I was
Okay,
like,
all right.
whatever. He liked all the other ones.
There's a
Okay.
redemption to that.
3 for 4. Whatever.
Yeah, this is cool. This is fun. Like you said, man, you just keep these in the fridge. You just break these out.
I'm
Throw some
digging the
cocktail
margarita.
glasses. Yeah.
You know
Remember,
what?
you can add another shot,
it's
or if
so-
you like spicy margarita, you can add a jalapeno to it.
It
when
gives
you're
you the
at home.
base, and then whatever you want to do with it, you do with it.
I love the tang. I'm a big fan of citrus, and I get a lot of citrus out of this, so I like it.
It is, yeah. It's very citrusy.
Got the hint of a key lime pie.
Yeah.
Really?
I feel the aftertaste, yeah, the lime. I can really feel it, the notes dancing on my
Did you
taste
guys
buds.
know, like, if you can't call tequila unless it's from Mexico? Were you aware of this?
No. What do you call it then?
Like, if it's not derived, packaged, and all that stuff, it's
Yeah.
it's a tequila in Mexico. But if it's not, it's an agave spirit. So we use an
Really?
agave spirit. You can't call it tequila. So even though you may use the same
Like Mexico bought
agave
the
plant,
word?
it's like think of it as like
Champagne from France.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Yeah.
what it is.
Okay.
So yeah, you can use the same recipe, but you can't call it champagne.
Gotcha.
Yeah, exactly. So
You getting a buzz yet, Jaybird?
Yeah, I'm not really supposed to get a fucking haircut today.
You can get a haircut drunk.
Yeah, you're not cutting hair.
I'm gonna Uber
Yeah,
to get a
you're
hair.
not cutting them; they're cutting you.
I'm gonna Uber there to get a haircut. That Uber back. No, probably no. And then I'm supposed to. Yeah, I'm supposed to go drive around and do a bunch of. I'm not doing that today. Fucking drink.
Why are you so sad?
I'm not sad. I just realized that my whole day just changed.
We haven't even had like a full drink yet.
Yeah, John just got here.
Yeah, you can. I mean,
Why is everyone yelling at me? Fuck this.
you just run around the building a couple times. You'll be fine. Working right out.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I will never be invited back in here.
Oh,
Get
don't
outta
say
here. Stop,
that.
man. What are you talking about?
Every day you bring cocktails. Come on, man.
Well, I'm having a great time, to be quite honest with you. I just know that I have to help Denny's with the equipment for tonight. We have a big day.
I still gotta go due south today. Yeah.
Well, then, are we making the decision right now? We're just going to drink until the day's over?
Yeah, sounds good.
By the way, I'm leaving all this for you guys.
Oh
shit.
my gosh, that's amazing.
Well, you're
Wow.
definitely coming back.
Oh, I love it. Gosh, this is so cool. Yes, this is. I was losing faith in the canned cocktail game after my experience with that malt liquor.
The White Claw that cut your eyes out.
That White Claw
Slashed
scratched
your
my
throat.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, but ripped my face off. Yeah.
Scalped you and laughed at you.
Yeah, I thought I'm like going. I was on the train. I was off the train. Now I'm back on the train, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so this is our 8% Mai Tai.
Okay.
So the cool thing is with this one, you traditionally Mai Tais have like some type of
like a
almond
dessert.
liqueur
Yeah.
or something that has like an actual peanut allergy in it. So being this is a packaged item, the last thing we want to do is like ruin our beautiful package by being like peanuts, no peanut allergy, and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So lime, orange are the ingredients that we use in this rum. And we actually use the pits from peaches to give you that like almond nutty flavor.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it actually worked out great. And then this one obviously has the 5 grams of cane sugar, which is crazy because it's still within those like keto friendly
Parameters.
Would you guys get?
yeah, they call it dirty keto.
If you
dirty keto.
Sounds like you're cheating
Oh
on your
my
keto.
gosh. Yeah.
Someone told me the other day, like, do you know you have to pee on a stick to change a certain color to be in ketosis? I'm like, that sounds like a weird diet.
It's
but
such
okay,
a.
cool.
It's such a. Yeah. The people.
It's trendy. They probably charge you
Trendy
$25.
it is crazy. Like you
It is.
walk into like Total Wine and you ask like, hey, like how many people come in and ask about keto friendly products, and they're like, every other person.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy. But this is my favorite one. The Mai Tai has been one that people have really, really enjoyed. I like taking this one home, drinking it on ice, or like I just came back from Puerto Rico a few weeks ago and got some barrel-aged rum. Throw a shot of barrel-aged rum on it.
Okay. This is real. I don't know if in my life I've ever had a Mai Tai, and it's really good flavor.
Go. I challenge you guys.
Challenge
what I
me.
did was like, so when we started, they're like, we're gonna do canned cocktails. I'm like, that sounds really fun. And they're going through like some of the things we might be doing, and they're like, Mai Tai. I'm like, what is Mai Tai?
I know. Yeah.
And
It's an 80s drink.
well,
Is it okay?
you
Yeah.
ask anybody, or you go to
Sounds
a
like something you see
bar
on
and
Miami
order
Vice.
a Mai Tai, and it's exactly that. It's like everyone's got a different rendition of it.
Yeah, it's
I talk to
basi-
people and they're like, it's a rum runner,
It's
and they're
a
like,
rum
whatever
punch.
stuff I have extra to throw in.
Right.
Oh, rum, there's some shitty rum runners out there. There's some good ones too.
Yeah.
Such is life.
Drink.
Makes such a good sound, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, it does. It's like Mad Men. You got like a cocktail.
I feel a little powerful right now.
Yeah.
I want a fake cigarette.
Like an e-cigarette or like the kid cigarettes, the one you could chew and,
And
eat on?
the show Mad Men, you see them smoking all the time, but they're all fake cigarettes, so they're not getting harmed. You know,
Wow.
they have to do that.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Now he's just showing off.
Well-
He's bringing in
This drink makes
my
me
knowledge.
it makes me feel very classy.
Where are we flinging you off to with this Mai Tai?
Brother, what are you doing after this? I got a lot of shit to do that I just canceled.
I got ice, I got cups, and I got a
You got so many
3/4 of a
cocktails,
case
yeah.
of.
Let me know if you want some good conversation, brother. Let's do this fucking thing.
It is good stuff.
And we'll have more stuff coming out too. There's been a demand for like different cocktails.
Yeah,
If you,
it's
well,
fun.
if you had
it's
your
good.
perfect cocktail, like what would you guys have in a can?
Well,
Kool-Aid?
The healthy, it's not like
Oh,
no
brother,
offense, Kool-Aid. There's like
I don't-
1,000 grams of sugar probably in Kool-Aid.
I don't believe in health that much. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just
So Jaybird isn't the market for these fling cans, I guess?
That's the cocktails in the can talking.
the one that I like that totally would not work would be I still have vodka with a Bloody Mary. But I can't. There's no way anyone could ever make a good spicy Bloody Mary and put it in a can.
I guess we'll find out. I just
don't think there's any way.
A mojito. I'm like, I want a mojito.
A mojito would be
That
amazing.
fun.
That's a great call.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I haven't had a mojito
and
in
a
forever.
mule too. I love mules. Like, those are, like, my
I was
go-tos.
drinking those. I've quit so many different drinks, and there's a story with each. I quit mule because of that. I quit mojitos because of that. I quit White Claw because of this.
Moscow Mule is with vodka, right?
No, it's what is it? It's traditional as like ginger beer.
Ginger
and
beer.
And it could be. I mean, it could be any spirit, but I think usually it's like a whiskey or a bourbon.
Okay.
You do whatever you
Okay.
want.
Yeah, I was on that for a while. Those are fun. Gosh,
I think a
good stuff.
Dutch donkey was with gin, but the same thing as a
Maybe.
Moscow Mule. It's just with gin.
And then there's
Yeah,
another one
there's-
when you put rum in it. It's called something else.
What was Donkey Punch? Was Donkey Punch just all kind of
Donkey Punch.
That sounds like Kool-Aid.
Oh, yeah, I
That
think
was
it
just-
was.
that was just
Yeah.
Kool-Aid.
Grain alcohol.
It's a horrible sex move, is what it
Real
is.
moonshine.
But we had real Donkey Punch at our first Vanilla Ice
it's
party.
actually-
We had real donkeys.
It's a real like sex move.
Yeah.
And so we
It's a horrible-
found it.
yeah.
It's a horrible thing if you look it up. But then we thought it'd be funny to actually make a real beverage and call it Donkey Punch.
Yeah.
So we created Donkey Punch.
All right, guys, donkey punch in a can. Fling. Have a fling with a donkey punch.
You go to the guys at Boulevard
violent.
Brewing.
I can't imagine why we got sued.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it. Watch, I'm gonna send the link to the brewery later. They're gonna check it out, get to this part, and someone's gonna like look on their computer, and be like, "Oh my god, I just got a virus."
Donkey Punch? No!
Yeah, if you're gonna look up Donkey Punch, make sure you don't do it in
Don't
an
do
off-
it.
yeah,
Don't do it around your kids.
No.
A company computer.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, it's just fun. Yeah. Well, this is a great beverage to go look for. Fling, and like how soon before people can find it? What stores do you go?
Total
if you-
Wine, ready to go.
Ready to go, okay.
You could find these, like I said, you could find these at your local bar too. That's been the really cool thing is people have been saying like using it as a varietal to their like their skinny menu.
Gotcha.
I love that,
It's
yeah.
like a skinny cocktail because we're not here to like reinvent the wheel. We're not trying. Look, if I'm like Jay Bird every once in a while, and I want a bourbon. Like I want a bourbon. Like I don't want a cocktail can, and that's okay. That's not what we're trying to go against. But what if like I'm having a giant cheeseburger and I'm like, all right, maybe I just want something else to go with it. That's not going to bloat the hell out of me.
Right,
Let me have
exactly.
one of these, or maybe you are on a diet or you are keto
Yep.
friendly and stuff like that. So I hate saying the healthier way of drinking because there's no healthiness behind drinking. That's the whole surgery
you
warning
want
on the
it, yeah.
can, so you could die from this.
Sometimes you need it or you go crazy, but at the same time, you don't want to turn into a fat ass because of your.
Yeah. Yeah,
could
I
say-
mean, think of how many people. I
Your
went
vice.
to an account the other day, and they're like, "Yeah, you'd be so surprised, like who used to drink beer and just is looking for other type of variances of drinking now because they're just so beered out. Something
Yeah.
against beer, it's just they hate that like getting up off your bar stool and like you know, it's like your belly's like so far out.
It's a
and
beer
you
bloat.
can't see it. Yeah, that's exactly
It's
what
a
it
beer
is.
bloat, and
Yeah.
especially for ladies. It's difficult, you know. I'm already
Anti-inflammatory
wearing.
monk fruit. There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anti-inflammatory is good. I'm just always inflamed.
Ugh, gross. Come on, dog. It's a Friday podcast.
She's had a
You're
tough
gonna-
round.
Gotta get all gross
At
in
least
front
she's
of
not
company.
talking about catheters, so we got away from that. Yeah.
I'm really happy I wasn't in here for that. I just saw
We
you guys
left. We
run.
walked out.
They
I'm
actually
like,
leave?
I'm
now
like,
you
I'm
know
not
what to
listening
say.
this.
You know what to say. I said, get us the hell out
I'm
of
not
here.
listening to this.
I got like
Okay.
5 text messages that said they would explain catheters to me. So you guys don't even have to be a part of that.
Good. All right, I'm glad. Well, this is beautiful. I enjoyed myself. Thank you so much, John, for everything.
I don't want it to
appreciate
end.
it.
I'm having a real
I
nice
just looked at like
time.
we're going way late. So.
Are you going to be sampling at the Palm Beach Summer Beer Fest?
Yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there
Okay.
with all of our breweries. So Duvel, our import brand, will be there. Omegang, which is our brewery in Cooperstown.
Yeah.
We do the Game of Thrones beers.
So anybody that's going to Palm Beach Summer Beer Fest with
They'll
us
find us.
can
they
find
can come
you.
have a fling with us.
Try all these.
No making out at our tent. Just
Yeah, I do.
Cocktail sampling.
And the Boulevard stuff is really good too. It's a very good
yeah,
beer.
appreciate it. Yep. So we'll be there with
Yeah.
all the breweries having a good time. So it's one of
Nice.
my
Be a good
favorite
time.
events. I'm excited. So.
Nice.
It is one of the better beer fests in the entire country. It's the Palm Beach Summer Beer Fest next Saturday. Going to be at South Florida Fairgrounds Expo Center. 1 to 6, 200 beers and AC comfort. Live music, food trucks, games, all that. Get tickets now at palmbeachsummerbeerfest.com. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.